ever felt before. I think you know that we fit together better than anything I ever felt before. I think you know, 'cause this feels like happiness in our hands. This feels like happiness in our hands. And oh, as the days go by, we'll grow strong in the warmth of the setting sun. We'll keep our love young. We fit together better than anything I ever felt before. I think you know that this feels like happiness in our head.
Evan and Larissa met in middle school. He was the dorky guy who was really smart and thought Larissa was beautiful and someone he loved talking to. Larissa would give Evan tips on how to dress and how to meet girls. By 10th grade, Larissa began to know Evan better because he was in honors English class with her. She loved his sparkling blue eyes and his special laugh. Larissa was always the girl that Evan compared other females to. They weren't as smart as Larissa, they weren't as funny, and they weren't as driven. And even though they were not boyfriend and girlfriend during those years, there was a lot of flirting happening between them. During the college years, there was less contact with each other as they began to explore career paths and got caught up in campus life. But for the most part, they stayed in touch over those years in Pelham, vacation breaks, and via cell phone, and of course on Facebook. Both Larissa and Evan had wanderlust after college. Larissa traveled all over the United States, taking jobs from coast to coast, meeting many of the people who are here today. She waitressed, danced, brought healthy food to poor neighborhoods, and figured out she no longer wanted to be the President of the United States, but rather take an active role to make sure Mother Earth continues to be taken care of as she should be. Evan also embraced his inner hippie, but in a more classic sense. He bought an old van, ripped out the seat, and just hit the road with his laptop, his camera, and a lot fewer showers than most other Americans. There was a blog and funny stories keeping us all up to date about what he was doing. He got as far as Nevada and eventually settled there for a while, but he knew deep down inside it was not his final stop. After getting more grounded career-wise and knowing more who they were, Evan and Larissa finally confronted the fact that they were meant to be together. Evan described it as an imperceptible transition from friendship to love. Their relationship growing deeper as the years passed. At some point, they both knew, but had never admitted it earlier on, that they should be together. But timing often got in the way of commitment. Evan knew he was at a point in his life where he didn't want to have any regrets. He wanted to see if Larissa could and would be his partner for the rest of his life. And Larissa was now at a point where she was more settled. So what had been in their hearts for so long was now going to become a reality. Larissa and Evan were on the same page. Yes was the answer to, will you marry me?
Larissa, I promise to be the one person you can always count on for support, even when it's hard. I promise to love you and care for you, to laugh with you and do the little things that make you smile. I'll work hard to be the man that you inspire me to be, and I'll work hard to inspire you as well. I promise to continue to share and communicate with you, and to remember that a strong relationship takes work. I promise to be open to trying new things, to seek out inspiring experiences, and to build a lifetime of happy memories. But most importantly, I promise to respect you and to appreciate you for who you are, for what you believe in, and for what's important to you. Which apparently means that sometimes I'm just going to have to be okay with cooking a chicken breast until it's unrecognizable. Or that we have a 3-day argument about who is the best tennis player in the world when...
Serena Williams. It's Serena.
Even though neither one of us watches tennis or knows anything about it. It even means that sometimes we organize our books by color or by size instead of by genre or by author, which I'm fine with it now. Because what that stuff really means is that I'm going to get to share a life with all its little joys and irritations with my absolute favorite person, which is a greater blessing than I ever expected. I love you.
I can't, they hurt. We took a lot of pictures.
Free at last. Never wearing those again. No.
Okay.
We joked that we weren't going to do vows because we're both procrastinators. Sorry. He has the funny laugh. I don't have the funny laugh. Longer than yours. Not that we're competitive. Because I win all the time. Alright, I wrote them because I was going to do it off the cuff and everyone was like, don't do that. So I wrote them and I'm going to read them because this is not Toastmasters. For my entire life, people have talked about marrying their best friend. And I was like, that's weird, she's in the front row. that's called incest. Whatever. And then last April, I dragged you to a wedding, and I asked you, it actually was me, the initiator, not him, if we were just going to be friends or if we were going to do something else. And that's when I finally understood what people meant by marrying your best friend, marrying your soulmate. Sorry. Since high school, we have been destined to be together. And though it may have taken 24 years to happen, it happened. And we're here, and we're together, and we're getting married. And I could not be any happier. And because it was 24 years, I'm not giving you 24 promises, so I have 3 promises, which I'm not good at math, but I think that's like a derivative or whatever, whatever it is, divide, whatever it is. I'm going to give you 3 promises. Number 1, I promise to be honest and open with you no matter what. That means I will always let you know when I've made a mistake. So you can walk far, far away. I will continue to spend our nights facing each other, talking and laughing about our day and our concerns. And I will always let you know when it's time to shave your ears. Or anything else. Number 2, I promise to support you in all you do or want to do. I will eat all of your recipes and your chicken. And I will give you critical feedback as if I were writing a Yelp review. I will be your biggest cheerleader when you want to do something and think it's too far out of reach because you already are out of this world to me. I will always be okay with you taking time to get comfortable, and I'll try to keep a hanky somewhere in here to wipe you off. And number 3, I promise to love you with my whole heart and soul. I will kiss you when I walk into the room and when things get tense. Always kiss you. I will make sure we spend solo time together without any distractions. A day a week, a weekend a month, and a week a year. And I will make sure we take many naps. and not hold a grudge when you went at honeymoon with. I love you. I look forward to the next 24, 48, 96 years together.
And now I hold in my hand 2 beautiful rings in this box, symbolic of many things to be given and received as never-ending love and devoted friendship, circles of life and circles of love. They are made of precious metals that symbolizes a love that is pure and enduring. They are made of rare gems that symbolizes a love that is priceless and irreplaceable. They are made in a perfect circle that symbolizes a love that is permanent and everlasting. Whenever you look at these rings, may they forever remind you of the promises that you have made here today to keep your love pure, priceless, and permanent.
And oh, as the days go by, we'll grow strong in the warmth of the setting sun. We'll keep our love young. We fit together better than anything I ever felt before. I think you know that this feels like happiness in our hands. 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 I've been searching forever, and I found nothing like you. Blind, I was blind forever, but now I see you. I need to know, could you love me too? 'Cause I'm gonna love you forever. And well, I'm counting on you. So you're gonna love me forever. 'Cause nobody else will do. And I need to know, could you love me too? All right. I need to know, could you love me too? 'Cause I'm gonna love you forever and ever and ever. And I'm counting on you. And I need to know, could you love me too? Could love me too? Yeah. Could you love me too? Could you love me too?
Anyone who knows me knows 90% of my conversations are about Larissa. She is my best friend. She's my heart. She's my love. And I am so happy that Evan, who I've always adored, is now part of our family. Evan and I met and bonded back when he was a senior or junior. We went on a field trip, and he and I walked around Walden Pond and talked about authors and our love of science fiction, which I have in common with TC wherever he is. And we still argue about whether or not we should be reading women science fiction authors. But even when Larissa was across country, Evan was still a part of our lives and our families. We went on a road trip with Evan and his dad down to D.C. For the rally to restore sanity. He took Beth and I to Tanglewood to see Carole King and James Taylor for Beth's birthday one summer. We've just always tried to make him part of our life, and so now that this is official, I just want to say how happy I am, and I love you, and thank you all for coming here and sharing this with us. Thank you very much.
Dear Lord, we gather in this place in a spirit of celebration and gratitude. Thank you for the blessing of bringing Larissa and Evan together in marriage today. We ask you to bless their marriage and all their relationships. Please help them stay strong in any adversity and to treasure and protect the joy of marriage. May we, as their family and friends, commit to uphold and encourage them to the best of our ability. Let this be the first of many loving meals shared together with their family and friends and blessed by your amazing grace. Please bless this food we are about to receive and let this reception be an honor to you. In Jesus' name, amen.
Larissa is just the light of our life, and I've always called her a force of nature because she is. I have loved Evan since before Larissa loved him. I've been rooting for Evan. Every couple of years I'd sit down and talk to her and say, but what about Evan? And well, we're just friends. And I would always tell her, a worse thing could happen to you than you should marry your best friend. And when they made their announcement last year, I've just been over the moon ever since. I'm so happy. I'm so happy for Larissa, and I'm so happy to have Evan in our family because he's a wonderful young man. We're just great.
They always said they were just friends. And we always hoped that it was going to be more than just friends. So we're absolutely thrilled today.
My wish for them is to keep that spark that finally got broken together. Whatever that was. I saw it 16, 17 years ago. I hope they keep that spark.
Dancing, dancing, dancing.
She's a dancing
She's a babe. Move it, baby. Automatic, systematic. Full of color, self-contained. Tuned and channeled to your vibes. Captivating, stimulating. She's such a sexy lady. Filled with space age design.
She's moving, she's grooving, dancing until the music stops now. Yeah.
Rhythmatic, acrobatic. She's a dynamite attraction. At the top of a coin, she goes live. Yeah, she knows
So one of my best memories of them is when I was a chaperone on one of their field trips, and I think it was a 6th grade trip, and we were going up to the Flume, I believe, and when we were coming back, I was at the back of the bus with Larissa and a bunch of kids and Evan, and I was teaching them really, really bad, silly jokes. And one of the teachers got really, really mad at me, and I got in trouble. And Larissa and Evan have been teasing me about it for the last 20-something years. I wish for them to stay as close and communicative as they already are, that they spend many hours laying down face to face, talking about everything.
Every time Larissa was around, Evan seemed happy. And it looks like it's going to continue, and I hope it does. I hope they die really old and really healthy.
I wish them happiness. Wish them just to enjoy each other and to always cherish each other. And I'm glad that they both married their best friends. That's it.
Well, the moment I was convinced was, I'm trying to remember the year. I want to say it was like 2001, 2002, or something like that. For Christmas, Evan got Larissa a first generation iPod. Now these things were at the time about $500, and it probably cost him a good week's salary or something like that. And that's not something you just give to a friend, especially in your early 20s. That was when I knew they should be together. But Larissa was just, no, it's not right. That was what convinced me, and that's pretty much what convinced everybody in the family.
Larissa, these past couple days have been so awesome. I love meeting all of your family. I love meeting and like seeing where you're from and just your personality. Evan, I want bunk beds in your house so that we can be sister wives. And I love you both so much.
I just remember one year when Evan brought Larissa over for Christmas, and we had them making gingerbread houses, and Larissa made it into the biggest competition, and it was just awesome. And it was just really nice, and I think that's probably my best memory of Larissa and Evan together. I just wish that they will be happy and do what they want to do in the future.
I think they're meant to be. I also met Evan maybe 9 or 10 years ago at her sweet 16/30th birthday party that she had, and it was wonderful, and I just think they're meant to be together. They're both sweet people, and I love them both.
Honestly, I don't really have any advice for Larissa. All I have to say is she got a great guy. Like, he is a big softie and he's super thoughtful. I guess the only advice is if he digs his heels in, he's probably right. So he picks his battles very carefully. So just like if he digs in, let him have it.
If he's expressing an opinion and he has an opinion and he cares, it's important to him. So you need to listen to him.
Yeah, or just happiness and togetherness, so that they don't. They would spend so much time apart, but kind of together. It was just stay in the same city and be together and love one another, and I'd be happy. Like, that's all it takes.
Just love each other, keep communicating, and let you each be your own person together.
I mostly remember him always being around during holidays, Christmas and Easter. After dinner, we'd always play cards, and I just remember him always being around. I was a lot younger, so I haven't been around them much, but I know he's been around us much, and I just always knew that they were best friends. They've always been so happy together. And I feel like from the start, everybody knew that they should have been together. He's just always been around, and she's always been happy around him.
Some words of wisdom from a married man to a non-married man to a newly married man?
Give me words of wisdom for the future, and hopefully Evan can use them. From a married man to a non-married man.
When you find love, you got to hold on to it.
Hold on to it and strangle it. Like
love it with everything you got.
Murder
it.
Strangle and murder
it.
Okay, that's it.
You got to follow your heart, man.
That's terrible advice.
You got to act right.
You stole my advice, Evan, and mostly Larissa. You got to act right.
Apologize often.
It mostly just act right. If you just act right, just don't
Things
act a
happen
fool.
and just apologize, even if
But it sounds like
you're
you're
not
talking to Evan,
wrong.
though.
No, Larissa should be apologizing way more than Evan.
Agreed. She should
Evan's
apologize
perfect.
all the time.
He's nearly perfect.
Let's talk to Larissa. Larissa, you should be apologizing because it's not always the man's fault. And Evan is usually right. He's a smart guy.
She deals with that Darth Vader mask. She's
she's
like a gift from God.
Well, you're praising her. Evan's the saint.
Saint Evan?
Saint Evan. Saint Guilfoyle.
She's not taking his name.
She should take his name, but that's a different story. We're on camera.
I wish that they'll have a happier relationship and that things don't become awkward in between them so that they can have a happy life.
Some of my earliest memories of Evan was him always being around, seeming to be always with the family, and Larissa and him always doing everything together. Far before they ever really entertained the idea of dating, all of us knew it. It's probably a recurring theme in all of these interviews. But I know the first time I knew for a fact that Evan was definitely interested in Larissa. He had bought her an iPod, and I remember sitting there having a conversation with Larissa on the fact that I knew that Evan had feelings for her, and she tried to say, no, it's just friendship. And to see that now come to fruition and see, that we all saw it, and even before they did, was, I guess, I don't know, poetic, I guess, at that, I want to say. To Larissa and Evan, I hope you guys have a wonderful life together. I mean, you guys have been friends forever, and now you finally married. So, congratulations, and I hope you guys have a good journey.
This picture was taken in 1997 at our senior banquet. It was the second picture taken in this position. The first picture didn't include me. The first picture included her boyfriend at the time.
And then my best friend, Heather, told us to take another picture in the exact same pose, the two of us.
And this is
20 years later.
20?
20 years later.
Yeah, 20 years later.
And here you were best friend by this moment?
We
weren't best friends back then, but
he was one of the, we were the three musketeers. Our third musketeer isn't here.
Yeah.
But anyway.
It's a real disappointment. Yeah, I mean, Yeah, I mean, really, the whole 24-year period, we were more than friends. I mean, less than anything more, but more than friends.
I try to be more than friends a lot of times.
Yeah. I hung around for a while. Are you rolling now? Is it live?
Yes.
Action. Okay, so, is Larissa going to see this?
Yes.
Okay, so Larissa, I'm committing us at this point.